Imagine coming home after a long day and instantly feeling as if you've stepped into a quiet Japanese spa, the kind where time slows, air feels lighter, and your entire body exhales. The space greets you not with noise or clutter, but with silence, scent, and serenity. What if your own home could give you that same feeling every single day? Today, we'll explore 10 Japanese habits that transform ordinary houses into sanctuaries, peaceful, balanced, and alive with calm. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you something. Tell me which country and city you're watching from. I'd love to know, and leave you a heart. And don't forget to subscribe and help me reach the goal of 1,000 likes. Japanese homes are not luxurious by Western standards, yet they often feel luxurious in spirit. That's because the Japanese see comfort not as a product of wealth, but of harmony. The first habit that creates that spa-like feeling is mokuteki no seiri, or purposeful organization. In Japan, every object has a reason to exist. Clutter is not just visual chaos, it's emotional weight. The Japanese practice of purposeful organization goes beyond tidying. It's about aligning your surroundings with your values. They ask, does this support my peace? Does this serve a purpose? When you keep only what brings calm, you open space for tranquility to enter. The second habit is aroma no chikara, the power of scent. Japanese spas and homes often use natural aromas like hinoki wood, green tea, or yuzu citrus. These scents cleanse energy and signal to the body that it's time to relax. You can bring this into your own space with essential oils, incense, or even fresh herbs near your kitchen window. The key is subtlety. In Japan, scent is never overpowering. It's meant to be discovered gently, like a breeze. The third habit is hikari no michi, the path of light. In a Japanese home, light is treated as sacred. Curtains are sheer, walls are soft in tone, and mirrors are placed to reflect natural brightness. They believe that when light flows freely, so does energy. If your home feels heavy, open your windows early in the morning. Let the sun awaken the space. Even 10 minutes of light can lift the vibration of your home and your mood. The fourth habit might surprise you, onsen no kokoro, the spirit of the bath. In Japan, bathing is not just hygiene, it's healing. The daily soak, or ofuro, is a ritual that symbolizes purification and renewal. You can create your own version by transforming your bathroom into a mini spa. Add warm lighting, natural textures like wood or stone, and perhaps a few drops of lavender or yuzu oil in your bath. Even if you only have a shower, turn it into a ritual. Breathe deeply, slow down, and let the water wash away the day's worries. The fifth habit is shizen to no chawa, harmony with nature. Japanese spas often blur the line between indoors and outdoors, a small bonsai on a table, pebbles near a sink, or bamboo by the window. These are not decorations, they're reminders of the living world. You can bring the same harmony by using natural materials and colors. Beige, brown, off-white, and soft greens that mimic the calm of a forest. The idea is not to copy Japanese style, but to feel its soul, nature, simplicity, and quiet balance. These first 5 habits already begin to turn a home into a retreat for the senses. But there are 5 more, deeply rooted in Japanese philosophy, that complete the transformation. The next ones aren't just aesthetic, they touch your mind, your emotions, and even the way you breathe at home. The 6th Japanese habit that makes a home feel like a spa is called mizube no seishin, or the spirit of water. In Japan, water symbolizes renewal, flow, and purity. You'll notice how traditional Japanese gardens always include a small pond, a bamboo fountain, or the gentle sound of trickling water. That sound is not random. It's chosen intentionally to soothe the nervous system. At home, you can recreate this serenity with something simple, A small tabletop fountain, the soft sound of rain from a speaker, or even by letting water run for a few seconds while you breathe slowly before cleaning. The idea is to let water remind you of life's flow, that nothing is permanent and calm returns like a tide. The seventh habit is kanso no bi, the beauty of simplicity. This concept runs through all Japanese design: the smooth surfaces, the uncluttered shelves, the minimal furniture. But true kanso is not about having less. It's about making space for meaning. A Japanese spa doesn't feel peaceful because it's empty. It feels peaceful because every element belongs. You can apply this by choosing one focal point for each room, a single plant, a painting, or a candle, and letting it breathe without competition. When the eye can rest, the mind can rest. The eighth habit is ongaku no shizukasa, or the silence of sound. It's a poetic way to describe how the Japanese use sound intentionally, not to fill the air, but to define it. You might hear the distant chime of wind bells, the soft creak of tatami mats, or the rhythmic pouring of tea. In a world full of constant noise, creating moments of intentional quiet can feel like medicine. Try dedicating 1 hour a day at home to silence. No screens, no background TV, just presence. Notice how the energy of your home changes. The ninth habit is shokuniku no kokoro, which means mindful nourishment. In Japan, even meals are an extension of peaceful living. Presentation is treated as art. Bowls placed neatly, chopsticks aligned, colors balanced. The Japanese say that eating begins with the eyes. To make your home feel like a spa, bring that mindfulness to your meals. Eat slowly, sit down, use real dishes even for simple meals. When you eat with gratitude, your dining space becomes sacred. And then comes the 10th habit, perhaps the most profound of all, kokoro no seikatsu, the life of the heart. This is the soul behind Japanese minimalism. It's about living from a calm center, allowing your outer world to reflect your inner peace. A Japanese home feels like a spa, not because it's perfect, but because it's intentional. Every movement, lighting a candle, pouring tea, folding a towel, is done with heart. This transforms ordinary routines into rituals of self-care. The home becomes a mirror of your state of mind. If you want to feel calm, begin by moving calmly. If you want harmony, act with harmony. In Japan, peace is not something to find, it's something to practice. When you combine all 10 habits, organization, scent, light, bathing, nature, water, simplicity, silence, nourishment, and heart, your home becomes a living sanctuary. But to truly maintain that spa-like energy, you need one more thing: rhythm. In the next part, we'll explore how the Japanese create a daily flow that sustains this peace naturally, without effort, even in small apartments or busy lives. In Japan, peace at home is not an accident, it's rhythm. Everything flows in quiet patterns that repeat day after day until they become second nature. This rhythm is what keeps a Japanese home feeling like a spa, even in the middle of a bustling city. The first part of this flow begins the moment you wake up. The Japanese call it asa no seiri, or morning order. Before breakfast, many open the windows to let in sunlight and fresh air, the gentle breeze, the smell of the outdoors. It's their way of greeting life. They believe that the way you start your morning determines the vibration of your entire day. So they make their bed carefully, fold pajamas neatly, and prepare breakfast with calm hands. It's not about control, it's about reverence for the new beginning. You can bring this practice into your life by dedicating just 10 quiet minutes each morning to align your space. Fold, breathe, open, and let light in. Then there's the hibi no osuji, or daily cleaning ritual. Unlike Western deep cleaning done once a week, the Japanese prefer small, consistent gestures. Wiping the table after each meal, sweeping the entryway, cleaning the sink before bed, These actions maintain purity, both physical and emotional. It's said that a clean sink makes a clean heart. When you treat these tasks as mindful rituals instead of chores, your home starts to hum with soft, invisible order. The next element of rhythm is kukan no kizuna, bond with space. Japanese culture values presence, being fully engaged with your surroundings. Instead of multitasking or eating in front of a screen, they practice immersion. When they drink tea, they drink tea. When they listen to rain, they just listen. This mindful bond with space deepens appreciation. It's what makes a room feel sacred, even without luxury. Try to spend at least one moment a day simply existing in your home, without doing, fixing, or planning. Sit quietly and look around. You'll notice how stillness changes everything. Another key part of this rhythm is Shizun no Jikan, or time with nature. Japanese homes are often designed to celebrate seasonal shifts. In spring, flowers are arranged to honor rebirth. In autumn, candles bring warmth. Even the smallest touch, a new plant, a bowl of fruit or natural light, creates a sense of connection to the living world. You can follow the same principle by allowing your decor to breathe with the seasons. Replace heavy textures with light ones in summer. Use soft fabrics in winter and bring in natural colors year-round. When your home moves with nature, it begins to feel alive. Finally, there's Yoru no Shizukesa, the silence of night. This is the Japanese art of winding down. Before bed, lights are dimmed, voices soften, and activities slow. It's a daily descent into calm. You might prepare tea, listen to distant rain, or simply breathe deeply before turning off the last lamp. This night ritual signals your body that the day is complete and peace has returned. The Japanese believe that a peaceful night begins with a respectful close to the day. When practiced daily, this flow becomes effortless. Your home transforms into a steady source of balance and renewal. And yet, there's one more hidden layer that truly makes this lifestyle feel like a spa: the emotional energy behind it. It's not just about what you do, but how you feel as you do it. A philosophy that turns simple routines into art. In Japan, every calm home hides an invisible force, the energy of intention. The Japanese call it kokoro no iki, which means the breath of the heart. It's the emotional quality you bring to what you do. Two people can fold the same towel. One rushes through it, another does it gently, aligning the edges with care. The towel feels different afterward. One carries tension, the other carries peace. This is why Japanese spaces, even the simplest ones, seem to radiate serenity. They are shaped not by wealth or perfection, but by kokoro, the mindful presence of the heart. To make your home feel like a spa, you must fill it with good emotion. When you clean, do it with gratitude. When you decorate, do it with kindness. When you pause, breathe deeply and let appreciation flow through you. Energy responds to intention. You've felt it before, entering a chaotic room that instantly drains you, or walking into a tidy, soft-lit space that makes you exhale. That's not coincidence. It's vibration. The Japanese understand that every object absorbs the energy of the hands that touch it, so they move gently, consciously, and respectfully. The same principle applies to sound and movement. A Japanese spa doesn't feel peaceful just because it's quiet. It's peaceful because everyone inside moves with care. No sudden noise, no harsh gestures. Every motion, from pouring water to closing a door, becomes an act of grace. Try bringing this awareness into your own daily rhythm. Slow down when you walk through your house. Listen to how doors close, how objects rest on surfaces. Make softness your default. This is what turns routine into ritual. Another essential piece of emotional harmony in Japan is aimai no bi, the beauty of subtlety. The Japanese avoid extremes, loud colors, sharp lighting, or excessive decor. They find beauty in what's implied rather than displayed. This principle can transform your home instantly. Instead of overwhelming the eye with decorations, choose one soft focal point, a paper lamp, a small vase, a wooden bowl, and let simplicity speak for itself. In Japanese minimalism, silence is not emptiness, it's elegance. The final emotional element is omoyari, a word that has no perfect English translation, but means thoughtful empathy. It's the awareness of how your actions affect others, and even your home. When Japanese people clean shared spaces, they do it not for themselves, but for everyone who will pass by. It's a way of saying, I care. Imagine carrying that mindset into your daily home life. Wiping the counter not because it's dirty, but because it's an act of love for whoever will use it next. This emotion fills the space with invisible peace. That's why Japanese spas feel nurturing, because everything, from the placement of a towel to the sound of footsteps, is done with care. In your own home, omoyari can be as simple as preparing a warm light before your family returns, organizing a shared area, or keeping a quiet atmosphere when someone needs rest. Small acts of empathy create profound harmony. When combined, kokoro no iki, aimai no bi, and omoyari form the emotional core of Japanese serenity. They remind us that peace is not something you buy, it's something you give. In the next part, we'll explore how the Japanese sustain this calm energy for years through sacred traditions that turn the passing of time into a ritual of renewal, ensuring that their homes always feel alive, fresh, and quietly abundant. In Japan, the feeling of peace inside a home isn't something that fades with time, it deepens. That's because the Japanese have a remarkable habit of treating each season as an opportunity to renew both space and spirit. They call this kisetsu no meguri, which means the turning of the seasons. It's the secret rhythm that keeps a home feeling like a spa all year long. While many people decorate once and forget, the Japanese adjust their homes with every seasonal change. In spring, they open the windows wide and replace heavy fabrics with linen or cotton, inviting freshness and light. The scents shift to floral or citrus, and even meals become lighter to match the energy of renewal. In summer, they add bamboo mats to cool the floors and use wind chimes or furin, whose soft ringing invites breeze and calm. It's believed that their gentle sound clears away negative energy and calls in good spirits. In autumn, the home begins to turn inward. Warm hues like amber and soft brown appear, candles glow again, and the air smells of wood and roasted tea. By winter, thick fabrics return, small lamps replace bright lighting, and every room becomes a cocoon of warmth. Through kisetsu no meguri, the home and the soul breathe together. This deep alignment with nature keeps energy from stagnating. When you follow the rhythm of the seasons, your home never feels stuck. It evolves, it grows, it feels alive. Another tradition that sustains calm energy is natsukashi, the gentle art of remembering. The Japanese believe that nostalgia, when approached with gratitude, nourishes the heart. You'll often see them keeping a small shelf with old photographs, letters, or tokens from loved ones, not as clutter, but as a mindful celebration of memory. A Japanese home feels emotionally rich because it honors both the present and the past, without letting either dominate. You can practice this by keeping a single place for memory, a small tray or frame where you rotate meaningful objects. Let it remind you of love, not loss. Then there's shinshin no tene, or care in both body and soul. The Japanese spa-like atmosphere isn't just visual, it's sensory. Warm baths, herbal tea, gentle stretching, and slow breathing are woven into daily life. They understand that a peaceful home begins with peaceful inhabitants. You can mirror this by setting aside a short ritual for self-care each evening. perhaps lighting a candle, journaling, or drinking tea in silence. When your energy softens, your home mirrors it. Together, these traditions create a cycle of ongoing renewal. The home is never static. It responds to the flow of nature and emotion. And yet, at the center of this living cycle, there's one more principle that holds it all together. Wa, the Japanese word for harmony. Wa is more than balance. It's the state in which everything, from furniture to emotion, supports serenity. It's when colors, textures, sounds, and even the rhythm of your breath move as one. When you achieve Wa, your home doesn't just look peaceful, it feels sacred. In the final part, we'll tie together all 10 habits and show how you can embody this spirit of Wa in your own daily life, turning your home into a true sanctuary for the soul. When all 10 Japanese habits come together, organization, scent, light, bathing, nature, water, simplicity, silence, nourishment, and heart, they create more than a beautiful home. They create harmony, or Wa, the invisible balance that makes Japanese spaces feel timeless and alive. A home that embodies Wa doesn't impress, it embraces. It greets you with stillness, warmth, and quiet strength. To bring this harmony into your own life, you don't need to rebuild your house or buy anything new. You simply begin with awareness. Start by slowing down. Notice how light moves across your walls, how the air feels after you open a window, how sound changes when you turn off the noise. These small acts awaken sensitivity, the foundation of Japanese minimalism. The Japanese say that your home carries your energy like a mirror. If you rush, your home feels rushed. If you move with grace, it reflects grace back to you. That's why the daily rituals matter. Folding, wiping, lighting a candle, making tea. Each gesture becomes a meditation. The more mindfully you move, the more peace you cultivate. And when you approach your surroundings with gratitude, abundance naturally follows. A home that feels like a spa doesn't come from luxury. It comes from love. Every Japanese custom we've explored carries that truth. Mokuteki no Seiri, purposeful organization, teaches you to live with intention. Aroma no Chikara, the power of scent, reminds you that calm enters through the senses. Hikari no Michi, the path of light, invites clarity. Onsen no Kokoro, the spirit of the bath, teaches cleansing beyond the physical. Shizen to no Choa, harmony with nature, reconnects you with life itself. Mizube no Seishin, the spirit of water, restores flow. Kanso no Bi, beauty and simplicity, brings elegance through less. Ongaku no Shizukesa, the silence of sound, creates mental space. Shokuniku no Kokoro, mindful nourishment, strengthens your bond with the present moment. And finally, Kokoro no Seikatsu, life of the heart, ensures that everything you do with soul. When these habits intertwine, your home becomes an ecosystem of calm. You begin to crave silence instead of noise, clarity instead of clutter. You feel that the simplest acts, pouring tea, arranging a flower, lighting incense, carry a kind of sacredness. That's when your home transforms from shelter into sanctuary. This is the Japanese secret to lasting serenity, small acts done with full presence, repeated daily until peace becomes your natural state. And as you practice them, you'll find that your inner world changes too. Stress softens, gratitude grows, life begins to feel smoother, lighter, more graceful, because in truth, a spa-like home isn't about what you see, it's about what you feel. It's about returning to yourself every time you cross the door. So tonight, when you turn off the lights, pause for a moment, breathe deeply, whisper a quiet thank you to your home, your body, your breath, and your journey towards simplicity. You are already living the Japanese way, calm, balanced, and abundant in spirit. If this message inspired you, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and share it with someone who needs a little peace today. Let's continue spreading the essence of Japanese minimalism and help more people transform their homes into sanctuaries of calm and renewal.